I had a lovely surprise today. A package arrived from the United States containing a book, Gödel Escher Bach, An Eternal Golden Braid by Douglas R. Hofstadter. It's a very famous book and it's a surprise gift from a very dear and erudite friend of mine, Reuben Thomas. He had talked to me about this book many months ago when we were walking the Malvern Hills, and the significance of the book, among many other things, is that it starts and finishes with strong reference to Bach's musical offering, that great monument of Bach's later years from 1747. The book opens with the famous story of Bach's visit to improvise the royal court for King Frederick the Great of Prussia upon a theme which the king himself had written and set Bach as a test to show his remarkable and unique skill. And then the book ends with a piece of virtuosic writing using the complex contrapuntal form of the six-part Ricercar as its basis. The three-part Ricercar resembles almost certainly the improvisation that Bach had performed for the king, and the six-part one has its origin in the request by the king that Bach should play in six parts on this theme, which Bach did not accept. He played in six parts on a theme of his own choice. But upon his return to Leipzig, he not only reworked his improvisation, and that became the Ricercar in three parts, but sent to the king a Ricercar in six parts, which is a piece of contrapuntal genius, very moving, remarkable work. Bach also sent about another 40 minutes worth of music with a big trio sonata for flute, violin, cello and continuo, and a whole host of canons in ever-increasing complexity. I'm always surprised that pianists who have very much defended their right to make Bach's harpsichord music their own on the modern piano do not perform these two Ricercars more often. After all, we know that Bach almost certainly performed on an early forte piano that was being developed by the famous organ builder Silbermann. And here we are at the birth of the piano. The three-part Ricercar is perhaps the only keyboard work indeed where there is a direct link to the modern piano through the forte piano being developed. And Bach indeed at the end of his life was an agent for the promotion and sale of these forte pianos, so he was extremely interested in their development. In the three-part Ricercar, indeed, just occasionally I can hear Haydn. It's quite extraordinary. I don't know whether sitting down at this instrument he was inspired in a unique way in his improvising, but in the more rhapsodic, freer parts of this improvisatory Ricercar, you definitely hear music of a very modern sort, which seems to suggest the music that will come 50 years later. So, inspired by this magnificent book and by these two works that I've had the pleasure of playing in concert quite frequently, I thought I'd play them for you now. So I hope you enjoy them.